What is the right steering technique, and is it necessary for learning driving? This is something which a lot of schools are not teaching, or not correct teaching. So I will show you now today in this video what kind of techniques we have and which technique you should use. So when we talk about steering, then we have two different techniques. But I'll show you at first the easiest technique we have, and this is when you have really wide curves. So for wide curves, so we place our hands in the base position, and when you take a right curve, then you keep your hands in the base position, so 3 and 9 o'clock position, just like in the last video I showed. So we turn here right, we keep it here, and then we go back. Or in the left curve, we turn here left, and then we go back. So we move only our arms. So this is number one. This is the base. Number two is the crossing technique. In the crossing technique, so just like you hear out of the name, we cross the arms. So that's very simple. So when I take, for example, a right curve, I press with my thumb here on this part of the wheel, and then I push with the left hand the car around the curve. So I push, and then up to here where my elbow has contact with my body. In this moment, I open my right hand, the left hand goes on, and then I take my right hand and place it into the 12 o'clock position and pull, and to the same time the left hand opens. So pull. So again, so you push the car into the curve, then pull, then push and pull. Yeah. Back the same. So you push into the left curve, I take the right hand pushes the car to the left side, the left hand pulls, the right hand pushes, the left hand pulls. So in the opposite of the technique, when we look to this base technique, then we can say, so we push at first and then we pull. Yeah. So it's every time pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling. Yeah. So very simple, and it is in the beginning, it's important that you do this very slow. Yes. So pushing, pulling, pushing, pulling, and then increase with the time the speed. So when you repeat it, for example, 10 times, 15 times, then increase your speed and then try to do it faster. What you can do is, for a training, you can place your car in a parking spot and change your automatic gearbox to N, so to neutral gear, and then you can turn, because when the engine is off, it is not possible. Yes, we have no liquid in the steering. Yeah? So start your engine, and then at first soft, left, and slow, and then later you can do this a bit quicker. Try it out, and remember, place a smartphone or a mobile phone on your screen and make such a video, because in the video is not lying. So then make a short video about your steering, because often we have the feeling that the steering was really well, and then on the video, when we take a look and make a short analysis, then we can see that it is not perhaps not the best. Yeah. So, and then you can see your mistakes. Yeah. Okay, this is steering technique number one. And then we have another technique where we are not crossing the hands. So in this technique, we take, for example, in a right curve, we take our right hand, place it over the left hand, we pull. Oh, it's in the end. I try it again. So we take the right hand, place it over the left hand, we pull, and then we push. And this is the big difference to the other technique. In the first technique, we push and pull, and in the second technique, we pull and push. So you pull and push, yeah? To the right side again, take your hand to the other hand, open your other hand, and then pull and push. This technique I often use when I have a really narrow curve. So when you have a curve which is really, really narrow, just like in a small 30 zone or in a meeting zone or so, in these regions I use this technique. But the most important technique is definitely the crossing technique, which I showed you before. So this is a technique which a lot of you will find it especially in racings or in the racing sport, so in rally sport or Formula One or so, yes. So because this technique, there you have the highest safety and you have permanently contact with your steering wheel. Try it out and let's rock.